Hi guys. For math today, it's pretty easy. I'm just going to watch a video, well, obviously this video, and I'll continue this video and put our answers to it. So the answers to the Pracky will be on the next video. I did not use a microphone on this one, so just be aware that it sounds like I'm breathing really heavy, so I just didn't set the microphones up. As you see, this is another one of my stations. This is where I teach science from in the morning, and it is just lots of things that go on. But I get to look out the window, and sometimes if I get distracted, I see the squirrels playing with each other, or once in a while there's a woodpecker that is running around, the one that lives in the wall just over here. And for next week, on Monday, we're going to do a review, kind of a review quiz, where we're going to dance to some music, I think. Call it a whiteboard review. And then after that, we are going to, on Tuesday, take our test, and it'll look just like this one. So it shouldn't be a problem. If you do have a question on one after the Pracky, or if it doesn't seem to make sense, just email me, and I'll email you back, and maybe over the weekend we could set up a Zoom if we need to, or I can answer those questions on Monday. Other than that, I think just watch the video, and if you do write in, send me an email right now after you've done this, and you can do it right now if you want to. If you write that where any of the three monoliths are or were located, I'll give you extra credit point. So just email me where the monoliths were, any of the three, and I'll give you extra credit point. Video will come on just in a second, and have a nice weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday. For question 1, what is 138% of 250? You would just change of means times. So you're going to you take 1.38 and you multiply that by 250, and you get, answer is B, 374. What percent of 80 is 8? That just means 8 over 80. And that will give us H, which is 10%. 24% of 25 swim team members are new on the team. So you're just 24% of, so it's 0.24. Of means times the 25. That'll give us 6. Best estimate. We're not doing estimates. You just solve it. 0.49 times 15 is 7.35. This one, 0.75%. So 0.75%, that's a trick question. So it's not 75%. It's 0.75%. So you're taking 0.75 times 387. And that's 290.25. Be careful. 3/4 of a percent, that's 3/4 of 1%. 1/2 of 1% is not 50%, it's 0.05%. Number 6 is G. Don't worry about these first parts. Just know that that's the answer. 7 is D. And again, 89% of what number is 14? That's one of those ones where you have to have 89 over 100 equals 14 over x, and the answer is going to be 15.7. Number 8, if you're taking 15% of it, how much did you save before that? That's I. That's a case where, again, she's doing 15%, so it's 15 out of 100, and then that's $48, and we don't know what her total was. And it works out to be 48 divided by 15 times 100 gives us 320. Number 9, pretty straightforward. The tip, what's this? So you're just taking 20%. And finally, on this one, the aquarium problem, if this is one where it's 15%, this is a 15% discount from the original price. What's the 59.50? Now we're not really talking about 15% anymore. It's how much you paid. And if you didn't pay 15%, you paid 85%. So 59.50 is 85% of our total. And that comes out to be 70. Take 59.50 divided by 85 times 100. For these ones, you're taking 100 to 150. You're trying to find the increase or the decrease. It's an increase of $50. You take the delta change. The change is $50 over the original. And we find out that that's 50%, 50%. The answer is B. This one, the change, it went down $100, but the original was $300. And if we work that out, it's 0.333 repeating, and that becomes 33% decrease. So it's H. From 30 to 90, there's a $60 or 60 increase, and you take that over the original. So your increase is 2, which is 200% increase. It becomes C. Total cost or sales price to these things with the tip. Now, total cost or the sale price. So total cost, you add it on. So a tip, you'll add on to that price. And pretty straight up, you take the 20 times the 15%, 0.15, and then add it back on. And you'll get 23. 10%, a $10 lamp with the 5% tax you add back on. You can figure out that it's C. That could be a mental math one. Doesn't have to be. And a 10% markup. Remember, you take 10% of it, add back on to it. And the cost of this one's going to be $55. Principal, rate, and time. It's very simple. You take the principal times the rate times the time. And the time has to be in years because the rate is always going to be shown in years. So number 17 comes out to be C. If you just multiply that out. Number 18, the trickiest part, number 18 is it's 6.5%. So you have to multiply it by 0.065 and you'll come up with 1950. This one, the next one, number 19, this is the trickiest part. You have to make that 0.5 of a year. So 6 months is 6/12 is a half of a year. So if you multiply 850 times 0.04 times 0.5, you come up with 17. And then this one, number 20, it's straight up multiplication and you work it out. So 900 times 0.06, and then 2 years, you have to multiply those 2 years. And you're going to come up with $108. For number 1, 20% of 120, just multiplying it out, gives you 24. 15 is 15% of what number? That one you have to set up as the ratio. 15 out of 100, it's 15. And the answer is 100. These are the next ones. What is 60% of 52? What is 2/5 of 128? Now 2/5, you can't say it's, yeah, that's a straight multiplication. You don't have to do the changing things. Just change that. That would just be 0.4 times 128. And then times 18. For these, answer for 3, 8 is what percent of 64? You just take 8 divided by 64 and then change that to what the number would be. 8 is what percent? It would be 12.5%. Then 31.2, 51.2, and 38.7 for those. 15 is what percent of 48? That's just straight up 15 over 48. Just be careful in the wording. And that would just be 31.3%. It's 0.31. 3. 35% of what number is 42? So this is where you do 35 over 100 equals 42 over some number. Works out to be 120. Number 9, it's 78% of 50. Just read the question. Take it easy on it. It's 39. 20, she'll spend $250 on a new dress. She thinks she will, and it's really $350. For percent error, you take what you were wrong with, so the change, compared to what it is correctly on. And I know I messed a couple people up. I misspoke that one, but it's always what you got wrong, how much you got wrong, over the right price. And it's over the true one, and that's 29%. And number 11, it's going to be 41%. Number 13, we're doing the change again. So the change, always the delta, the top is always the change. So it is, we're going to go down 50. And the original was 75. And that becomes like a 2/3. So it's about 67%. 66.6% would be perfectly fine. Number 14, that's a $700 increase over the original 7,500. That's going to be 0.09. That gives us 9% increase. Those are the two with the difference, and the difference between those two is 680. And it's going to be an increase of 37%. This change, you're just finding the difference between the two and then dividing it by the original price, and this will give us 14% increase. The regular price of a new washer is $9.75 and the sale price is this. Find the percent decrease, and that again is 125 over the original one, and that's going to be 0.13, but it'll give us 13%. These ones, pretty much, we want to find the total cost. Don't get tricked by total cost or when they say sale price. That's how much you're going to be paying, not just the tip, not just what you're getting for the discount. It's all that you're paying. So these are straight up ones. We've done plenty of these. So that one's $834, $25.50. This is $26.62.50, and this one is $4.89. Simple interest, same thing. Principal times rate times time. Make sure you're changing 3.8% is 0.038, and then 1 year, pretty easy, 5320. This one, 4 months, you're going to have to change it into 1/3 because 4/12 is 1/3. You'll have to round, and it becomes 1047. And on this one, pretty straight up, just the 3 years, it's 1148.